Hi, each and every one of us, and today is Kennedy Show, and the show is Kenny B Show, and I want to welcome each and every one of you, the one who is viewing at home, wherever you are on our channels, and I want to talk about 7 things that makes our customers happy and get fulfilled wherever we are serving them, wherever we are working, whenever we are working. That is in our jobs, in our businesses, and as well as we are serving in a matatus. And I want us to discuss what makes our customers happy. And there are 7 things that customers want to have an excellent service from us, and that is, they have 3 things that the customer want to be heard, customer want to be understood, and also customer want to be cared for. The other thing, and I want it to be understood, it's SEC. SEC simply means SEC. That is, customer want to be smiled at. Whenever we are serving our customer, do you smile? When we put our faces down, that makes our customer to get into a notion that will I get the efficient service that I want from this company, from our brand. And whenever we have a good rapport between me and my customer, that makes an excellent service. The customer wants an eye contact. You can't serve a customer while you are looking other side. Like you have no attention. You don't have the attention between you and the customer. The customer wants to have that eye contact. You win your customer when you have an eye contact. The customer wants to hear the comment. If you have the services that you render to your customer. Like a very good example I want to talk about today in a banking sector. So many banks have collaborated with Safaricom, and that is, they have a way of transacting. Like by this I mean a customer can withdraw his or her money from a bank wherever he is. A customer has ATM, a customer. If an ATM fails over a customer, what do you do as a customer care? What do your brand do to make sure that it has an excellent service to that customer? Do you have a comment towards his grievances? And the other thing I want us to talk about, the third point, it's listening to our customers. Do you listen to your customer? Whenever a customer comes and chips in into your business, into your brand, do you listen to your customer? The other thing is create a solution. Do you create a solution to your customer whenever the customer hears his or her grievances? Like a very good example. If the customer was paying his bills in a supermarket, customer has been traveling or fueling his or her car. If the system fails, if your system, the so-called system, fails, do you create a solution towards that customer? By this I mean, can you invite your customer to your bank, to your business? If a customer was buying a pair of shoes, and it happened that you sell the wrong type of a shoe that the customer wanted, do you invite that customer back to your business, or do you ignore your customers? The other thing I want to talk about, and that is the 6th point, I want to talk about clarification. If anything happens to your customer, like I'm very privileged that I've worked as a janitor, I've worked as a microcredit officer, and I've worked as a customer care service. And if anything happens to my client, I always hand that time to clarify the situation. But like, if the customer wanted a loan and it drills, do you have the clarification to tell your client or to tell your customer what happened, that the loan delayed. Have time with your customer to clarify the situation. The other thing is, the seventh point I want to talk about is following up. And this is something that does not normally happen to so many brands, to so many businesses. And if a client chip into a business, into a brand, into your banking sector, do you follow that client? If a client promises that he or she was going to be your client, and all of a sudden that client didn't have what he or she is needed to have to be part and parcel of your client, what do you do? Do you follow up? Do you really, if client does not pay your loan, if client doesn't have time to come back to your brand, what do you do? Do you follow up with do you follow up? Do you make calls? Do you SMS? Do you write an email? That is something that I want to be part and parcel and culture of so many brands, following up with our customers. And if we have that culture, we are going to win our customers, because what makes our brand grow? It's having me and you, having you as the owner of the brand and I as the client. If my services are not adhered, if my services are not given to the extent of my wish, then I have nothing to do with your brand. So many people are starting their company, but what wins the company? What are your vision towards winning so many clients? A very good example, and I just take if you are that person who is a mercenary. Let me take a very good example of mercenary. If you make very good seats, how do you follow with your client where you have reached his or her job? If you are working as in a banking sector, a client chips in your bank. He or she wanted to open an account with you, and he or she didn't have an ID, didn't have the passport, didn't have all the things that banks requires to open an account, and the client promises to come back. Do you create time to follow your client? Do you listen to your client? Do you hear your client, and do you understand what he or she goes through? And without the other thing I just wanted to talk, it's all about Rust, LAST, and by this I mean there are things that each and every client want to be had, and there are 10 reasons why customer service is very important. And the first reason, which makes our customer to be retained in our business, one reason is customer retention is far as expensive than customer acquisition. By this I mean, the client that you have, make sure you retain that client by giving him the best and the best service that he or she deserves. The other thing that I want to talk about, the second thing is existing customers are more likely to buy from you than new one. By this I mean, if you introduce a new brand, if you introduced a new product in your company, the most likely person to buy from you is the existing customer. And by this I mean, if you go out and ask a new customer to buy a new product that has not been there, it's more likely that that customer won't buy that product other than the customer that you hand, then you sell to that you sell to him or her that product. He or she is going he or she is going he is likely going to buy from you simply because he has trust, he believes in your brand. The other thing, and it's very important, great customer service result in reductions of all overall problem. By this I mean, if you give me good service, I have a good service from your brand, from your business, from your bank, I will create a good rapport between me and you, that I believe everything that you offer to me, it's good for me and it's good for me to consume. By this I mean, I will always buy from you. I won't have problems between me and you. The other thing is, excellent customer service improves public personnel. By this I mean, if your brand is good, then the public perceives it as the best. If you offer good customer service, it's always going to create a good public relations between me and you as a client. And the other thing, the fifth thing I want to talk about is you are more likely to retain your customers for long. By this, each and every, if I'm good, like now I'm at Mambo Sagana, it's located at Sagana. This is where I normally have my breakfast. It's normally where I have my lunch most of the time. And because this simply because Mambo Sagana is the best in terms of the service, in terms of customer care. They offer a very good and excellent service to customers. That's why I keep on coming. That's why each and every time, this is the time, this is where we shall be doing our shows, and this is where customer service started. So the other thing is, word of mouth is very good in advertising. By this, if you have good customer service, if you have good customer care, the word of mouth sells. Other than what other things that you can do to your client. The other thing that normally happens in our brand. It creates good turnover in employees. Employees don't quit jobs if your brand offer good services. If your employees are satisfied, if you take your client as a good service to your, if you take your employees as a good service to your client, they are always going to be there. They are going to offer good services to your brand. The other thing is, it conveys strong moral values and beliefs in the company mission. The company mission and vision. That good moral happens when your employees creates good service to your client. It creates customer service, open doors for new partnership and other opportunities. By this I mean, like now, between me and Mambo Sagana, we have good relationship to create opportunities. That's why I've given this platform to be aired here at Mambo Sagana. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Yeah.